Hello, everybody, and welcome to Goblin Slayer season finale, episode 12 review. I am Connor. He is Lewis. I remembered
Oh
to
my
do.
god,
Yeah,
you remembered everything.
I'm sure I forgot something.
We'll see.
Like, share, and subscribe, and comment for a chance to enter that giveaway.
Yes. Mm,
There's no real giveaway. I'm just making fun of YouTubers with millions of subscribers. What losers, am I right?
damn right. So the
But anyway.
finale opened up where we left off with well, sort of actually opened up just before we left
Oh,
off, just
are we gonna
because
jump? Are we jumping right in? I was gonna just.
I think we get right into
Okay,
this.
yeah,
And
we can talk about other stuff at the end. It's fine.
yeah,
But
uh,
the Goblin Lord is apparently intelligent enough to have thoughts in English, or not English, Japanese, but
but then it could be translated to English that we can understand. But yeah,
exactly.
he has proper thought, and I don't know. Yeah,
And he's
he has some rationale.
yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna leg it because we're getting wrecked, basically.
Mm.
But
Yeah, then I will go home, rape the women, and make more. Make more goblins.
yeah, yeah.
That is literally his plan.
Oh, by the way, I was watching this at work in my break, and I was like, I cannot let anyone see, just in case. Like, I didn't think they'd do anything too bad, but I wasn't gonna take that risk.
I mean, they did cut to a few scenes of rape,
Yeah.
so yeah, I would not have watched this at work. This is not a works. This is a not safe for work show.
I mean, I was in the corner, so it was fine. But yeah, so he's running. He's like, I'm gonna go rape the women. But then his Goblin Slayer's like, I can think like a goblin, so I'm waiting to fight you. Essentially,
Yeah.
and then they have a little bit of a scrap.
And then we see Goblin Slayer's ability, his hidden X ability that I'm going to call Goblin Fear. I've decided he's just like every other fantasy show. This is actually an RPG, and so he has to have a skill which is making his eye glow red,
Oh.
and I'm going to call it Goblin Fear.
I just called it Red Eye Rage mode. So
And I rage mode that'll do.
yeah, but then while they're
Yeah.
fighting, the other goblins have essentially been wiped out. Like all the little goblins are basically dead.
Yeah, and a few champions are
Yeah,
duking it out with the big boys.
with Spear Kirito and friends.
Yes, yeah, I'm fine with that.
That is his official name. Check the credits. It's true. It's not true.
I'm still going to call him Gatry. If anyone's played Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, he looks like Gatry. He's like a skinnier Gatry.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take your word for it because
He,
older Fire Emblems are too hard for me. So
yeah, he's not a good gamer.
I'm literally all I do is play what's an easy game? Animal Crossing. There,
Nice.
that's not true. But
No.
yeah. But then the goblins get wiped out, and we get Goblin Slayer versus the Lord for a little bit,
Yeah,
and
which is yeah. It was an okay fight. I don't know.
he lost.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't lost, but he didn't lost. Good grammar, me. He didn't lose, but he was definitely losing. His head was getting stomped in.
Oh, you're already cutting to the end of the fight.
I mean,
Whoa.
I'm not going to go through all of it. We assume people have seen the fight. They know it's pretty cool.
Fair enough.
Unless you've got a note about the fight.
Not really. Just Goblin Slayer. It's funny how all the town see him. He's the Goblin Slayer. He's the one who saves them from the goblins. Like when he 1v1 the champion, he needed help. When he's 1v1 the Lord, he got in one little stab in the head and a little stab in the chest, and then got beaten the crap out.
Yeah, but he said it's because he's not used to facing them like head to head. He uses like tactics and
Yeah.
you know
But then,
surprise ambushes.
I'll be honest, he didn't do what I expected. I expected him to go back to a bit more of his vicious killing in any way possible, because we don't know what it is yet, but he still has one more scroll that he got from Boob Lady. So
Did
I'm going to assume that the writer forgot, and so we're supposed to forget.
Or it's going to come in a later light novel that didn't get into the anime adaptation.
Maybe, but it just seems strange that he had another super powerful, or probably we're assuming powerful scroll, because the last one summoned a massive tidal wave effectively, because it was a portal to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
That was really, really powerful. I'm assuming the other one's going to be of similar power and would have been quite useful in both the
Someone's
occasions
just
where
going to
he almost died.
They're going to just flip the D&D table.
Yeah.
World-shaking event.
he almost died twice, and he hasn't used his scroll yet. So I think the writer forgot,
It's fine.
or it was used in a part which was off screen and didn't make it to the anime.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
But yeah, it seemed weird.
But then yeah, Goblin Slayer's getting wrecked. Priestess shows up to save him, and she's a little brutal, isn't she? She's
She did the wall of sandwich. Like it was perfect, and
the wall of sandwich. I like that. I like that.
been done in a lot of things. That I can't think.
No, you're right. It has been done in a lot.
It's been done. I've seen it in movies. I'll be honest, I've forgotten what movies.
No, I'm with you.
I think it's something Doctor Strange did possibly, but yeah. Anyway, obviously that wouldn't be the first one. That was recent, but still, it's a cool thing putting up two impenetrable walls and then forcing someone to.
I mean, it did look pretty brutal when he was like bleeding out of his eyes and stuff.
Yeah. I wonder how Goblin Slayer managed to go through the protection thing. I'm guessing it's because it being holy protection god magic. It only works on evil beings, and so humans can walk through it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's my guess, because Goblin Slayer seemed to be able to put his arm straight through it.
Well, I mean, when they were before, like when they were in the dungeon, they could like shoot arrows through it as well. Like they could, but the goblins couldn't. So.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, maybe it only stops evil, whatever that is.
But then the Goblin Lord, he like starts begging for his life, and I really thought she was gonna fall for it. I was like, "Don't you do it? Don't do it."
It has flashbacks to it's more Goblin Slayer rather than her. His past, I guess, with the baby goblin.
Yeah.
Turning into an evil bastard.
Was it even like a flashback, or was it just like a?
Yeah.
This is what could happen.
Or this is what has happened, but just yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, then they kill it with a Goblin Slayer like stabs it in the neck. My notes say he slit the throat. He did. That was not a slit. That was a stab.
It was a stab. Yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed to. Then afterwards, he said that she took the head, or she got the final blow, whatever. He's the one who killed it. he dealt the final blow. In fact, he did all the damage. She just held it still so it could bleed.
Yeah, but like he wouldn't have won without her.
No,
like so.
Definitely.
But then Goblin Slayer like passes out, and I guess there was a flashback as well. But who cares about that? He like passes out. It is important, but I'll mention it in a minute. And then he gets healed by Priestess because Goblin Slayer told her to use 3 protections, but she only used 2, so she could have a spare for healing.
Yeah, that's fine. The sandwich worked out well. But if she messed up her angle at all, she would have given him a fucking huge escape angle.
That's fine. Everything worked out.
It did.
And no one died. Well, no one important died. So rip to probably that. There's like those 2 guys who ran off into the forest like idiots.
Yeah, some people did die at the beginning.
Yeah, but they're not important.
So, are we covering? When do we cover? I guess maybe nothing much happened with the Spear Kirito and friends beating up the thingies.
Yeah, they won essentially. Like we can't really say a lot about it.
There's one thing that made me laugh. When Spear Kirito stood still and the guy just threw his chain thing and missed.
Yeah.
His flail. That's the word, flail.
Flail.
It missed him on the right, and then it cuts to Spear Kirito staring at him and being like, "Aha!" And it's like just before he's gonna rope the thing with the chain just against his left.
Yeah, but it went round. It like wrapped round.
Sure.
It like curved. No, I'm pretty sure it did curve.
You didn't really see it curve, but okay.
I'm all for pointing out mistakes, but I'm pretty sure it curved.
I thought it looked weird.
Yeah, but then everybody celebrates the way adventurers do. They go have a drink.
They go to the tavern and get absolutely messed up.
Yeah, and then we see how far Goblin Slayer has come. He's like, "Hey, I think I want to be an adventurer," and I'm like, "But
that's what you've been doing for the last age."
do you have to change the title of the show?
Goblin Adventurer.
Goblin Slayer plus Adventurer.
Like he was already adventuring, just only doing quests for killing goblins.
Yeah.
And yes, I know Elf Lady kept saying through the thing, "Oh, this isn't a real adventure. I'll take you on a real one soon." But
yeah. But then a bit more happens, and then Priestess, because she's, best girl? ?
Sure, you can go with
that. Gets him to take off his helmet.
Oh, I would say just before the tavern. Actually, I liked the little cut to the 3 heroes that saved the Demon King.
Yeah, yeah.
or Demon Lord, and they were like, "Oh, thank God we got someone else doing all the dirty work, so we can focus on the tough stuff." Effectively,
Yeah, yeah, it was nice. I was like, man, I'd love to see what your adventure was like. Still a bit salty.
I'm not sure I would like to see their adventure because their adventure would be like just like every other isekai anime kind of thing or fantasy show.
Yeah, but I mean, they could do it. Maybe if they did it as a spin-off, I wouldn't be offended.
As long as it's pretty decently written, and it could be fun.
It doesn't have to be like the most unique thing, as long as it would be,
No, it will probably be pretty samey.
as long as it's not bad. Like, I can't handle bad fantasy. Fantasy, no, that's terrible. Forget I said that.
I've just in this little rewatch now. I didn't notice. A lizard guy summoned a dragon tooth warrior to dance at the party in the tavern.
Really?
Yeah, he summoned him yeah, that's amazing.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, he takes off his helmet, and of course, we don't get to see us.
No, well, we get to see right at the end. We saw like his nose and his mouth, but we
Yeah.
never see his eyes, and we never did for the entire show.
Yeah, yeah. But then everybody notices, like, everybody, he's took his helmet off. What? It's a rare sighting. It's like blimmin' Mew in Pokemon Snap.
Or like a unicorn in our world.
No, unicorns aren't real, Lewis. Don't be an idiot. I'm sorry.
It's just very rare. Because I think there's more people who've claimed a sighting of a unicorn than people who've seen Goblin Slayer's face. So,
Well, yeah, because Goblin Slayer's not real, Lewis. I'm being that guy right now. He's real to
Either
me.
way.
He's real to me, damn it.
yeah,
But then during the credits, there's a nice song playing. I don't know if you stayed through the credits.
I watched the end credits, but during the credits, did something happen?
No, but it was just a nice song. It sounded like an old timey like bard song, and I was like,
Huh.
this is appropriate. I was like, yeah, thumbs up for appropriateness. But then we get to the post credits monologue, which I'm gonna skip over because there's a bit at the end which I want to talk about. Lewis, did you stay for this bit?
I did say for the end credits. Give me a second. I want to briefly remind myself what happened.
I'm just gonna tell you. You know how like at the end of all the Avengers movies, right?
Oh, no, okay, no, I know exactly. Yep.
It always ends with a blank will return.
We are getting more Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer will return, so that's a second season confirmed, right? That's basically a confirmation.
That is a confirmation. I'm pretty sure.
That's either a confirmation or a hey idiot, go read the light novel.
No, I'm pretty sure that's a confirmation of a second season because
Yeah,
at the end of the My Hero season 3, there was something like that, like
yeah,
My
you're right.
Hero Academia will return, and then I saw like all over Anime News Network, like the day after, like confirmed season 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be offended if they made Goblin season like their pair English Goblin Slayer season 2.
I would be offended. I mean, I don't want it.
The internet would be offended because wah.
Yeah, it likes a cry.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. I mean, I'll watch it. I'll probably make you watch it, but
No, I'll watch it. I'll watch another season.
I mean, to be fair, these last 2 episodes of Goblin Slayer, like after the break, I'm like, this is actually good. This is really good now. But
It was good. Don't know about really good.
just be positive, damn it. People don't like it when you're negative.
I solidly enjoyed the previous episode, and this one was a small step down, but not much. But it was always going to be because like a final episode, it's got to do the wrap up. It's got to.
It was good. It was a good final episode, I thought.
It was fine for a final episode. It's fine. Just for this kind of show, it always had to do a kind of wrap up after the end of the action, which would have taken a while and did take a while, but it was fine.
I mean, it couldn't have really ended any way different than this, unless they killed
No.
off everyone, which would have been.
Yes, well, they could have killed off a character, and I think they possibly should. I don't know.
Nah, you gotta think in the light novels, they're only on like
I know.
3 or 4. Like, that's way too early.
Yeah, I guess if you think about the books, it's different, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just nothing. So through the entire season, what's happened is Goblin Slayer's made a few friends, made a bit of a party,
And killed a lot of goblins.
killed a few goblins, including now sort of 2v1ing a lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, there hasn't been any great achievement other than he's opened up to people and made a few friends.
Yeah, but I think that's like the point though, because in like the ending monologue, they're like, they knew he'd never change the world, he'd never do anything.
Mhm.
But I was like, oh, it's appropriate because it's like, you know, I know what I get it. I get.
I like he's uh he's the kind of super because it quoted the thing of he never let the gods roll the dice, and I was
Mm,
like, okay, so he's like that one person in a playthrough of a game that avoids all crit, avoids all dodge, and just uses hard stats that the game can't mess with. Because as soon as you put crit or dodge, like if you go for a crit or a dodge build, sometimes you just lose if you get all luck. But
yeah. In real life, I seem to have like terrible luck, like just in like gacha games and that. So I would be one of the like I'm gonna put all my strength up so that no one. I've never played D&D. I think it'd be.
I've also not.
I think it'd
But
be really
yeah,
interesting because I know there's that one that like voice actors do. I can't remember the name of it.
I've no idea what about.
Ah, okay. I'm sorry. I was hoping you'd know, but yeah, it apparently that's quite good.
I play a lot of tabletop games, but I don't play D&D.
Yeah. I don't really have anyone to play with. So, but anyway, yeah, Goblin
Wow, that
Slayer.
was sad. Yeah, Goblin Slayer was right.
Yeah, Goblin Slayer was good. What's your opinion on the full show? Not giving a score, just like round it
You
up.
know my score.
Your scoring system just irritates me. Like I'm just not even gonna let the internet hear.
I think I've already said it before, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. No, it was good. It was, I'd say it was very mediocre compared to a lot of shows I've watched, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And it did a lot of things different and new. It was interesting seeing a fantasy world, but following a kind of more grunt rather than the hero. Um, Apart from that, nothing new.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna mostly agree with you. Like, violence is fine. Like, I was a bit not cool at the beginning because, well, not cool. I wasn't. I'm not one of them that went on to the internet and complained about the first episode being like terrible and a crime against humanity and whatever else people wrote. But like, it wasn't for me. But then they didn't do none of that really for the for the rest of the series, which is still a baffling decision for me to me. But yeah.
Yeah, I've heard some people say that the first episode was a normie filter, and the idea was to make sure only people who are watching it can take dark stuff. But then, yeah, there wasn't any
It didn't.
dark
It
stuff.
never got that dark again. And people said when the first episode came out, "Oh man, just you wait till later, it gets worse." So I'm
I
guessing.
think in the source material, I believe it does. But yes, we haven't
Oh
got that yet.
man, we get season 2 and it's gonna get worse. Oh, now I'm actually kind of excited because I want to see the internet melt down again.
This is the thing that when you just said that just then, I didn't. You said wow, word. You said you didn't enjoy the first episode too much, and I realized how much of a dark son of a weird guy I am because I just laughed my way through the first
Jesus
episode.
Christ, man! Like I don't
Because
want.
yeah, obviously, yeah, it was horrible. It was horrific. It's happening, but it was because I was watching it with my roommate, and he was just like, "Oh my god, I can't watch this. I can't watch this." And I was like, "Dude, like, yeah, it's dark, but come on, that's what it's supposed to be."
No, no,
And
no.
I'm more laughing at him, I guess.
I fully got that it was meant to be dark, and I'm like, I'm not against. Like, I'm not gonna say that this should never exist. What? Anyone who says something shouldn't exist, like, what? Get out, you know.
Yeah.
It's not even a matter of having thin skin or any of that. It's just like, just don't watch it if you don't like it. Don't make a 47-page post on Tumblr complaining.
Yeah.
Man,
Exactly.
this just turned into a rant against the internet. I'm sorry, internet. Can we stay as friends? Thanks, internet.
Don't apologise. The internet deserves it. They need to learn to shut up
No,
sometimes.
some of the internet are alright.
Indeed.
But yeah, Goblin Slayer. I don't think there's much I'm gonna remember about it, like in the long term, other than the first episode, probably.
Yeah. No, the rest was not particularly memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad, just wasn't memorable. Like, if it was terrible, we'd remember it for being terrible. Like, I guess that's the silver linings. It's not terrible. It's solid. Maybe I think it's slightly above average. Maybe.
Yeah. I guess around there. I've got about nothing else to say really on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you everyone who stuck with us, or if you just watched this one, go back and watch the other ones. Give me some sick views. Thanks, guys. Subscribe for more good stuff. I'm actually doing the thing. Like, comment, and subscribe, and all that other good stuff. and we'll have T-shirts available in 10 years probably.
We will not have t-shirts. See you next season, guys.
Yeah, see you next season.